Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. So today is April 24th, 2021, and just clean this up. And I went to a card show today in Fairfield, California. So it's about a half hour from where I live. Um, so I'm gonna share a couple pictures. I didn't do any videos. I wasn't there very long, honestly, maybe 20 minutes, if that. So I waited in line. Line was so long. I don't even know how many people were there. They were trying their best to kind of limit the amount of people going in. So this was at the it was like a holiday, no, a Marriott, I think, a Marriott in Fairfield. And so I went there, couldn't find parking, so I parked down the street at a grocery store parking center. So I parked down there, walked up, stood in line way back there, and as you can see from the picture, the line goes all the way down to the end, and then it'll wrap around and then go back to the front door. So I think I stood in line for well over an hour. You'll see the pictures. And then I did a little photo from the end where you kind of look back and you could see the line, how it progressed. If anybody was there, while I was there and you're in this picture, sorry about that. Or, everybody's wearing a mask. Can't really tell who anybody is. But yeah, waited in line for a while, getting closer finally. And then this is kind of the entrance where you walk through this area. And this is the very first room I go into. So apparently there were 3 rooms that were booked out. First one was this room here. And actually, judging from this photo, it doesn't look too bad. But the second I walked through this door, it was super hot. So many people, very hard to move around left, right, and center. But I tried to go down there, down that somewhat empty aisle. Even as I was walking down there, it was just kind of elbow to elbow. Hard. It was hard to maneuver just to get by most people. Then I walked to the very end, snapped a quick photo above just to kind of see what we're working with here. And that was it for the pictures. I couldn't move, and it was actually hard to just get my hands up to even take this picture. The opposite side of the room, the guy had some vintage, and I picked up 2 cards from him. And then I immediately left because I'm pretty sure COVID was running rampant throughout this place. It was pretty crazy, very unsafe. I mean, to have that many people in such close quarters. I really hope there's no adverse effects. I'm fairly cautious when it comes to COVID. I hope everybody else is being cautious. It should be over soon enough with the vaccinations and all that jazz. So anyway, I left here. I went to another room that was very empty. That was great. There were like 3 people in the other, 3 booths in the other room, which was great, but nothing I wanted. Found another room where they were selling a lot of new boxes. And I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I can pick up a box of cards. And this guy was selling Prism Soccer, and I was like, well, I haven't opened soccer, so let me buy a box of those for a blaster, $20 at Target. So I asked him how much for a blaster of Prism Soccer. Not Mega, blaster. He told me $160. I said, fuck that. No, thank you. I'm not going to pay you $160. I said, that's crazy, man. And he also had a box of 1990 Tops, jumbo or cello packs or whatever. I was, well, okay, well, I'm not going to pay you 160, 8 times the price of what you just paid. How about for that box? And he said $100 for a box of 1990. I said, man. And I've been buying 90 for like $50, maybe 50. So it was just like, it was crazy. A bunch of flippers everywhere. The cool thing is while standing in line, there were people walking up and down trying to sell you, boxes and cards, which was kind of nice. I didn't ask too many people the prices. One guy was actually selling a box of 81 Tops basketball for, I think it was 6,000, and it was BBCE certified. So that was kind of cool. Seems like a pretty reasonable deal. I don't know. It doesn't seem terribly overpriced as far as the current market goes. He did say that he sold one for $7,200 on eBay with a 20% discount, of course, which seems to be normal, what you should be doing if you're selling in person, drop off 20%. So, but $6,000 is $6,000. Is a lot of money. So anyway, quite disappointed in the the overall, just as crowded as it was. I mean, you can see from this last photo how crowded. Well, maybe you can't tell, but it was super crowded. Just too many people in a small space, unfortunately. I mean, the guy tried his best. He put a show together, which is awesome. I couldn't personally, just for me, I couldn't be there very long. It was just too much for me. Other people were there for a while, which, hey, go for it. I'm not vaccinated. I don't feel entirely comfortable with this whole COVID right now. So, my choice, right? We all make choices. So anyway, with all that said, I don't like flippers. I try not to, buy into that, because if you keep paying them, they'll keep doing it, and then none of us will have stock. Every time I buy cards, I'll buy a couple extra boxes in case anybody's looking, give it to them at cost. I don't try to make money off of buying a box of cards. I'll make money off the cards inside of it, but not off the box, So anyway, didn't like seeing all that Target stock that all of us have been looking for a year. Is, people are buying 50 of them at a time and then just reselling them for, like I said, 8 times the price. I mean, not everybody was 8 times the price, but that guy was in particular. So kind of disappointed with that. Very disappointed overall with just the crowd, and then the prices were pretty ridiculous. A lot of new stuff. I was looking for vintage. I was trying to collect a couple Willie Mays cards. Couldn't find too many. But let me get to this. The only 2 cards. I spent an hour and a half in line, about 15, 20 minutes inside. Only bought 2 freaking cards. So, without further ado, and I paid $15 each. These are the 2 cards I got. There you go. So this right here, 1968 Topps, Roberto Clemente, Orlando Cepeda, and Hank Aaron. Not in the best shape. You can see that top right corner is not great. Top left, not great. Centering is not great. But you know what? I don't think I have too many Roberto Clemente official cards. And then this is 71? Yeah, 71 Topps Willie Mays card. So I didn't have a 71. Now I do. It's not great. It's okay, though. I mean, it's not terrible. So I'm thrilled about that. I hope it's real. I didn't even check. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Not perfect on the corners there. I don't know. I wouldn't even try to guess what a PSA grade would be. I mean, I used to think this might be like a 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere in there, 3 to 5. But who knows? So anyway, but I do have a Maze. I'm happy about that. So $15 for each of these cards. Not terrible. I'm cool with that. So there you go. Those are the only 2 cards I got. But for the rest of the day, what I did, I was like, screw it, man. I'm driving over to Target. So I drove to Target. And as usual, this is what I find. Nothing but that. I think it's like Magic cards, maybe. I don't know enough about Magic cards to buy any. So if any of you guys are looking or collecting Magic cards and you're having a hard time finding it, let me know. I'll pick it up for you. I'll pick it up. You pay me for it. You pay for shipping, obviously. But let me know. I mean, this seems to be the norm when I go to Target. None of the sports cards, but a lot of the, TCG. Well, I guess Magic in this case. So there you go. And you know what? After this, I went to my local card store. I'll show you a picture of that there. And that's my local card store. Very narrow, very kind of messy, just boxes everywhere. But it seems like he hired somebody, got some help. So it's getting a little more clean. So I picked up a box of Marvel Ages. I guess it's fairly new. I just wanted something. I wanted something to open today, honestly. I mean, it was just fudge, man. An hour and a half or 2 hours of my day wasted, not including the half hour there, half hour back drive time. Oh, so I picked up a box. I'm going to open that in another video. I'll record it now. I'll post it, pretty quick. After this video, I'll post it. So, yeah, just wanted to share my day with you guys for sports cards. I haven't had a sports cards day in a while, so just wanted to drop this in. Anyway, thank you guys for staying subscribed and all that good stuff. And see you on the next one. Bye.